Fitness has been a part of my life for almost 20 years now, and I used to believe so many incorrect things that used to set me back. In this video, I'm gonna be debunking some fitness myths that could be potentially holding you back that you should no longer believe.
It's Sember under pressure from Kojak. Looking really strong is Sember though. Sember is
looking stronger than she has.
I thought Sember did that well and was the one who kind of maintained.
My name is Cindy Sember. I am a 3-time Olympian and I have a lot of background and knowledge on working out and fitness. And today I just want to share with you guys some stuff that I have learned over the years that don't actually ring true. So I used to believe so many things that, people tell you or how you should be working out or what makes the most sense for you when it comes to being in shape. And there are so many things that people misunderstand. So the first fitness myth that I used to believe was that working out every day is the only way to see progress. I used to feel bad about taking days off, being an athlete and being a competitor. I would think my competitors were getting ahead of me whenever I took time off. And so on my off days, I sometimes struggled with, well, I could probably keep pushing. And that was not the correct mindset. Our bodies truly need so much recovery to repair itself and to just feel good so that we can keep going. If we push ourselves every single day, we not only lead to physical exhaustion, but also mental exhaustion. That is how you lead to burnout. Something I do now with my workouts is I will incorporate rest days and just be intentional with not doing much that day. Now, I still might stretch and I still might hydrate, still do overall fit things, but I'm giving myself that time to just recharge, to recover, and to just truly rest. So this is a myth that you need to be working out every single day to see progress. If you are new on this journey of working out, even 3 days a week right now will be progress. It's okay to start small and work your way up. Don't psych yourself out from doing something because you think you have to go all in and do it so much more than you have been. That will not be something that's gonna help you in the long run. So my recommendation for any of you who are new to this or you're an athlete or whatever, start small. It's okay. You can see progress with the small things every day. Eventually you're gonna wanna continue to add, but taking that time off that your body needs is going to be crucial. The next myth that I used to believe was that lifting will make women extremely bulky. So as a woman, you don't want to always look super masculine. You don't want your muscles to be super big. I don't know, some women want that, but a lot of women feel as if, if they start lifting weight, they might start looking more manly. And that's not necessarily the case. Once I started incorporating weightlifting, I felt more feminine actually. I felt really good in my skin. I actually love seeing my muscles defined. And you can also just do it in a way that makes you not get bulky. I mean, sometimes you can just do it to get toned and to lose that weight that you want. If your goal is fat loss, you really get that lean mass by building strength. And who's to say women can't have a little bit of muscle? It is totally fine and something that I had to reshape my mind to look a little bit more muscular. Sometimes in different seasons of life, you might want to have more toned muscles. Like, so for instance, people who are bodybuilders are gonna look a little bit more toned than the average person who's just trying to stay in shape. So that is definitely a fitness myth, is that you're gonna automatically be bulky if you start lifting weights. That is not the case. If anything, I actually feel more strong in my skin as a woman. So that's just an encouragement to any woman out there who feels like they can't start to lift weights. You absolutely should. So the next myth that I used to believe was that the more core work you do, the more defined abs you'll have. People always say abs are made in the kitchen, and that's so true. Now, don't get me wrong, having an ab workout here and there definitely helps overall strength. It definitely makes you feel a lot more in shape, but it's not necessarily the thing that's gonna lead you to having those abs and that look that you might want. When I started focusing on protein-rich diets, a little bit less carbs, just focusing on just not eating processed foods, that is when I started noticing my ab definition. You don't necessarily have to do 100 crunches and 75 planks just to see that definition. You really just focus on your diet and how much you're eating, even your water intake, because that really does help too. When you drink more water, you're less willing to overeat. Your hydration levels and all that stuff can truly make a difference in how much definition you'll see. So that is a myth that I totally wanted to debunk, because you can absolutely have abs without having to do so much running, so much core, all that stuff. You can do it. It's just a matter of being intentional, both with the workouts, because you still gotta work out, which will help you, but really with nutrition. The next myth that I used to believe, and a lot of gym goers may be believing as well, is that Protein shakes are the best way to get protein post-workout. Now, you can obviously get protein intake when you take a protein shake. It's very quick, it's easy. I do it sometimes, as you guys may know on my channel. However, the best way really is to get true nutrient foods and just getting like a chicken breast or some turkey or salmon. Like that's really what you want to get in your body if you can as soon as possible. You can even I do supplements, so I actually do Perfect Amino, which has the right and perfect amount of protein for me right after workout. And I'll take a certain amount of that, and I don't actually drink a shake some days. So you don't necessarily have to have the shake to see the progress. However, like I said, it's not completely a myth, because if you don't have another alternative, it is good. Protein post-workout is definitely essential to seeing muscle growth. However, you can do it in multiple forms. You don't have to do it in a certain way. Just because you see your famous gym goer drink a protein shake or a specific thing, it doesn't mean it's the best thing to do for you. So if you can, get yourself some healthy food post-workout. That is really the best way you're gonna have that protein intake. Next myth that I used to believe, and to this day sometimes struggle with, is that the warm-up is not important, and if you just stretch, you're good. So I have noticed such a difference with my workouts when I'm intentional with my warm-ups. I know sometimes it can be a drag to go and do reps before your actual workout. Sometimes it's annoying and it takes more time. You're like, I just want to get in and get out. But I promise you, you will be more efficient in your workouts if you warm up your body. It is essential, especially as you get older. Me being 30 now, it's more important than ever. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in one of the next points I have. But you warming up will not only lead to your muscles feeling better, but you'll be able to push it more in your workout because your body is going to feel ready to go. It's going to prime those muscles, those small muscles, which are equally as important for the big things that you want to do. So getting those, the stretches in are good, but, doing some dynamic movement, walk on the treadmill, some elliptical work or whatever that is can be super helpful to prepare you for that workout. So that is one myth that used to be something I've struggled with, and now I have seen a big difference, and it also helps me with injury prevention. When I was younger, I could just go on into any workout I wanted and feel great. But now, in order to prevent the injuries, you really have to focus on what is going to set myself up to get through this whole session without aches and pains. Another myth that I want to debunk, and could be a little bit taboo, is that consistency leads to success. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't be consistent, because it's one of my things that I like to talk about on this channel is, once you're doing stuff, you want to become consistent with that routine and you want to always have a plan. However, you could be consistently doing the wrong things, which inevitably leads to bad form, injuries. It can lead to just a lot of different things. So consistency is important when you're intentional with what you're doing. So let's say you go online and you find somebody you love that's super in shape. They do something that you completely have never ever done in your life, and maybe your body is not even equipped to do that. You do their workout anyways. You expect the results that they have. You're like, if I just do this thing that they're doing every single day, I'll have the results they have. That might not be a workout that works for you. I've had to adjust my workouts based on my body type, based on my previous injuries for myself that work for me. And you're gonna have to do the same thing. So if you want to see progress, find out what works for you, find out consistency in what you can actually do, and also find out what your true goals are. Let's say your goal isn't to be a marathon runner. Don't go out and start running thousands of miles every day thinking you're going to build muscle mass. Like, if you're consistently doing something that's not aligning with your goals, then you're not gonna see the success that you want. Success is subjective, obviously. Everybody has a different version of that. So figure out those goals, figure out the proper mechanics for those goals, and do that correctly, and that's what truly leads to consistent success. Not just doing it every day, not just going out and throwing things out just to see what works, but consistently figuring out what you want to do. That is a key to true success. Another myth that I used to believe, and honestly have believed up until my professional career as an athlete, was feeling sore every single day was the key to seeing progress. Soreness does not always equate to progress. I used to think, well, that workout didn't hurt as bad, therefore I don't think I did anything. That is not necessarily the case. There are cardio workouts that are super beneficial, but won't necessarily make you feel sore. If anything, some of those workouts actually help you feel better. You might have had a sore DOMS day, and DOMS is just delayed onset muscle soreness. You may have had that from lifting too heavy. If you go out and bike for 30 minutes, not only are you still getting a good beneficial workout, but that's gonna help your body feel a little bit better. So not every workout is meant for you to feel sore. So remember that if you're on this new journey, is that some days you're gonna feel sore, and that's a good thing, not necessarily always a bad thing. And some days you might feel good, but just know that all of the different workouts play a big role in the bigger picture of getting you to your goals. That is something I had to tell myself, is that just because I didn't feel that doesn't mean I'm not going in the right direction. Having that variety and that mixture of workouts will be what actually helps you in the long run. run. Another thing that I used to believe, and this was more when I was a lot younger, but I used to believe that sleep doesn't really correlate with my workouts. So when I was younger, I would stay up late, study, which obviously was important. I was a student athlete, so student was always first. I would stay up late. I might even be talking to friends or hanging out and then be wondering why I felt like crap at a workout the next day. But that was because I didn't get adequate amount of rest. So rest is really, really important as you want to grow on your fitness journey. You don't realize it, but if you're not getting a full 7 to 8 hours, that is going to make a difference. I don't care who you are. If you're getting like 4 hours, you're going to notice a difference than if you got like 8. That is just something I had to remember, is like, if I want to see progress in my goals, my sleep is going to be essential. And in order to do that, I have to be intentional with my nighttime routine. I have to be intentional with getting off my phone. If you really want to see your fitness goals get hit in the next year, you're going to have to really think about that and say, how can I truly focus on sleep and recovery, and not just think, well, I functioned before on 6 hours, I should be fine. Well, if you're trying to incorporate a new routine, you might need more. You're actually going to need more. So just remember that it's truly important, and it really doesn't make a difference. And if you really want to see progress, you're going to want to make sure this is a priority for you. This next point is a point that I have had to overcome, especially as a professional athlete, because we push our body to the limit. But this is that working out will eventually get easier. So yes, working out will get easier. If you are not used to it right now, at some point it does get easier. However, if you are trying to see progress, you are going to need to push your body a little bit more each time. So going to the gym and being like, man, I'm still tired every time I go to the gym, it might just mean you're pushing it more than you did, and that's a good thing. Sometimes getting to the next level is not going to be comfortable. Yes, you can have a season in which you're just going to the gym and moving your body and getting those endorphins, and if that's all you want to see, then that's perfectly fine. You might be perfectly fine with that kind of level. But now if you're training and you're working out to see the progress, to get the personal best, to set the maxes in the gym, you're going to have to push it, and it's going to be tiring. So I just want to remind people that, that's a lie of like, it's just going to feel easier and I'll arrive one day. If anything, my workouts got so much harder as I got better as an athlete, because I was being pushed to my limits. There's always another level. Just a reminder that that's not always the case. However, like I said earlier, if your goals are to just move your body, then that might be good. Another thing that I used to believe was that self-motivation is all I needed on my fitness journey. Now, I'm a very motivated person naturally. However, you're not going to always want to work out, okay? No matter how in shape you are, how naturally motivated you are, there are going to be days you are going to struggle. And something that helped me out with this was having accountability. So whether that was a trainer, a coach, somebody who was on this journey with me that could hold me accountable helped me. So that's something I think can be truly beneficial. Just having a set time, I always do something. So sticking to that regardless if, I don't want to do it. So let's say normally in the mornings on this day I go, setting that schedule keeps me accountable. Having a goal sheet that you want to check things off will keep me accountable. So just saying, I'll be motivated. It's self-motivation is all I need to just do this. If you're going into it with that mentality, you're in for a rude awakening, because there are going to be days where you're like, I don't even know why I'm doing this. This sucks. But if you remember the end goal at mind, or you have somebody else reminding you of that, or you have somebody else who's trying to grow in their fitness journey, then seeing them do that is just going to inevitably help you. So having a team or having some sort of, accountability along the way is really what truly helps, not just yourself. And don't get me wrong, like I said, you can be self-motivated, but at some point you're going to need that extra little bit of oomph to kind of get you to the next level. That's just something that's helped me in my professional career. So I hope these points helped you guys just feel encouraged. I wanted to debunk these myths because these are things that I believed held me back for so many years. Definitely leave a comment below if you have any other myths, questions, things that you may struggle with, and I'll definitely reply. I love to reply to all my comments. Let me know also if you guys have any other video topics you would like. I have a lot of things coming up in the new year, hopefully for you guys. So let me know, subscribe for more content, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.